Next time you take a stroll through the French capital, remember this. Below you run many miles of tunnels filled with the remains of 6 million people, the haunted catacombs of Paris. This is an eerie and unusual place to see in Paris. Perfect if you're keen on the city's history, or if you're looking for something to do in Paris when it's raining, or searching for something off the beaten path. The catacombs weren't always a refuge for human bones. In Roman times, open-air quarries existed throughout the region, well beyond the city limits of what the Romans called Lutetia, long before it became the French capital. People helped themselves to the stone there, first for their humble dwellings, and once when the Middle Ages rolled in, for their huge cathedrals as well. Meantime, the cemeteries of Paris were filling up. The city was expanding, population was growing, and the city's 200 graveyards could no longer keep up with the demand for space. Each time a new grave was dug, bones would be found underneath. The sheer weight of all these bodies was straining the grave walls until finally, in 1780, an entire chunk of the Cimetière des Innocents, the largest in Paris, gave way, right into the basement of a local restaurant. The entire setup was an utter disaster. The many mass graves becoming sources of infection and illness, smelling of putrefaction and polluting the wells from which people got their drinking water. As the citizenry howled, Paris finally did something about the overflowing cemetery. It moved the buried remains to the formal quarries of the Tombe Issoire in what is now the 14th arrondissement, and that is how it all began. The first bones were moved in April 1786, and more would be added over time as other cemeteries filled up. By 1814, when the quarries finally closed, the tunnels would be home to 6 million Parisian souls. It's a simple journey beginning with a corkscrew stairway that plunges you 20 meters underground. There's no avoiding this. There are no elevators. After looking around a well-lit room filled with information and displays, the hush begins. A grand entrance leads you into the catacombs with these words, "Stop. This is the Empire of Death."
Within the Paris catacombs, so it is possible there are darker entities than just spirits lurking down there. In 2010, an explorer who made his way into the catacombs went missing. His final moments were documented on a video camera. The footage on this camera shows the man exploring before becoming spooked by something. He then drops the camera and runs off into the darkness. The camera rolled until it ran out of battery and was later found by another explorer. Though the legitimacy of this footage is questioned, some believe this man may have turned insane and then crossed through the gates to hell.
People have been visiting the tunnels for centuries, but wandering off unaccompanied by officials has been illegal since 1955. These people are known as cataphiles. There are other possible dangers instead of paranormal hauntings. The tunnels could flood, some are already half full of water, or could cave in, because not all the tunnels have been reinforced. And you can't assume all cataphiles are friendly. In fact, some are downright sinister, and muggings underground are unknown. Undeterred, still want to go? Perhaps spend the night? Praying that you too don't become part of the family of the terrifying Paris catacomb ghosts. Don't forget to sleep with your lights on.